Hey geeks, it's Andrea. I feel like it has been so long since we've had just a straight up countdown, so I think it's time for one today. I cannot tell you how much fun I have been having with new projects lately. Some you've seen and some are going to come as a huge surprise. Alright, so let's talk about right now, or I guess let's talk about the past. Way back when Nickelodeon was king and TGIF was the highlight of a kid's week, until Saturday morning cartoons. Alright geeks, let's go.
15. Geek.
I know slime is very popular right now, but Geek was definitely one of the originals. Even the case was perfect for shoving your fingers in and making that classic slime fart sound. They also had glow-in-the-dark versions for nighttime slime farts and others that change color when exposed to sunlight. Whenever your playtime was, there was a Geek to make fart noises with. That's what everyone does with slime containers, right?
14. Tamagotchi.
These little needy bastards. Everyone and their mother had these. For me, I always got bored with them pretty fast and wanted to go play with my brother's gaming systems, but hey, many people love them. You can still buy Tamagotchi on Amazon for less than $5, so they are still pretty easy to get your hands on. If you would like a more digital approach, there are plenty of apps for your phone that do similar things, but that wouldn't be very 90s of you.
13. French Toast Crunch.
After doing a bit of research, there are a lot more cereals that have been discontinued since the 90s than you would expect. One of them that stood out to me was French Toast Crunch. Now, I've never had this, but they brought it back in 2014 because people demanded it, so it must be pretty yummy. I mean, the cereal itself is little adorable bread-looking things. That's just precious. From my research, a lot of people remember this being pretty popular in the 90s, so let me know what you thought of it.
12. Orange videotapes.
I actually thought VCRs were a thing from the 80s, but it turns out you couldn't buy a DVD player until 1996. That is seriously blowing my mind right now. Anyway, if you were a kid in the 90s and had a VCR, you probably had some classic Nickelodeon tapes. Rather than being the standard, boring, black cases, these tapes came in a nice, bright orange. All I have to say is, Disney should have used purple, or blue, or anything.
11. Mousetrap.
This game looks crazy, at least based off of this ad. The game appears to be inspired by Rube Goldberg machines, so it seems like it could be a lot of fun. Technically, this game came out in the 60s, but it was really popular in the 90s, probably due to how amazing this ad is. It's like if Chuck E. Cheese and Mattel had a baby.
10. Waterfall ring toss.
Okay, first of all, I need to say, this picture has to be fake. I've never personally owned one, but I have held one in my hands, and these things are like impossible. Okay, maybe I've only played with one for like a minute, and you could in theory get better at it, but it seems like a lot of work. You press that button to throw the rings from the bottom towards the top and try to get them to land where they're showing in this picture. It sounds easy, but I remember it being pretty challenging, at least when I was a small child.
9. Fruit stripe.
Have you ever chewed gum and been disappointed because the flavor only lasts for like a few seconds? Well, if that's your thing, here's the gum for you. I'm sure there are worse, but I have never found a gum that lasts a shorter amount of time. Not that I'm a gum enthusiast or anything. This gum is very 90s to me because I remember being very, very young at a convenience store asking my daddy to get me that colorful zebra gum.
8. Book fairs.
I can only speak to how this was at my elementary school, but book fairs were freaking awesome. You'd get this little booklet and you could order from your teachers for some things, but it was best when your class had their chance to go in the library. It was a special time when the library had books for sale on display. I still remember my second grade teacher buying me a copy of Charlotte's Web. You were the best, Mr. Winkler.
7. Magic Eye.
Speaking of book fairs, one of the things you could get there were Magic Eye books. I don't know if it is because I'm nearsighted, but I could never get these things to work. They say if you look in the direction but not at it, you could get the secret image to appear. I always tried crossing my eyes because people would say that would work. Honestly, the only way I could see the images was to flip it over and look at the back where it showed where they were supposed to be. That and looking at the image for differences as well as I could and guessing. Let me know what methods you used.
6. Sit and spin.
This toy was a pretty simple concept. You sit in the bottom seat and use the smaller circle to spin yourself. Not too much to it. I didn't have one as a kid, but everyone I knew seemed to. I don't know if they had a popular phase or were just a thing that every kid seemed to have in their corner, like every household having a copy of Candyland or Monopoly. Either way, they seemed to be everywhere.
5. Minute Maid juice bars.
Here's a nice treat for a hot summer day. Minute Maid juice bars are frozen juice pops that came in these adorable triangular shapes. Compared to a lot of fruit pops and juices out there, they actually aren't that bad for you. From what I can tell, you can still buy these today. So if you want to try what the 90s kids had in summer, you can order them online.
4. AOL Instant Messenger.
This may seem like an odd one on this list, but AIM was the messenger service back in the day. Yeah, you could use MSN, but come on, everyone had AIM in the late 90s. It was probably my main source of communication at that age. That and Yahoo chat rooms.
3. Ouch Bubblegum.
Although my favorite gum growing up was Hubba Bubba Strawberry Watermelon, Ouch Bubblegum was still pretty unbeatable. It was on the cool level of bubble tape and bubble jugs, okay? Unfortunately, it has been discontinued, so you aren't going to be able to get your hands on a fresh pack of this Band-Aid themed gum anytime soon. But you could find an old pack on eBay. At the very least, you could buy one of the tins and store Skittles in it or something.
2. Polly Pocket.
Just in case you didn't want to share your car seat with a huge old Barbie doll, you could instead get these adorable little Polly Pockets. Sure, Barbie has her dream house, but these were a little more wallet friendly. In fact, you might be able to fit some in a wallet. Okay, maybe not a wallet, but you could totally fit a bunch of them in your mommy's purse. And if, or rather when, your little doll goes missing, it just meant your next Polly Pocket would have an extra home.
Number 1. Blow Pops.
Okay, Blow Pops are still popular now, but this commercial is so freaking 90s. I remember being a little itty bitty child and seeing this commercial on TV. I linked it below so you could watch the whole thing with sound and everything and feel like you're walking back in time. 20 years back to, holy crap, the 90s were 20 years ago. I mean, it makes sense because I'm over 20, but that just dawned on me. Now I feel really freaking old. Anyone else? Alright geeks, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I want to do some more nostalgia videos from the 90s and any other generations. So be sure to share your favorite things and other generations you want to see in the comments below. While you're at it, you should let your friends know just how much you have to share by wearing our t-shirt of the week. This week we have this retro looking Chew My Balls t-shirt, and don't forget to like and leave a comment. Come join our Geek Army by sharing your favorite geeky gaming videos with your friends on social media. Alright geeks, I will see you next time.